it would be fair to say that my gratitude to God and to this congregation is so great that it can't be measured. 20 years ago, our daughter survived ovarian cancer. Our son-in-law spent every night in the hospital with her while she was having treatment. This church supported them so greatly. We were living in Florida at the time and came up to stay with the children, so we saw this church in action. And 20 years later, our grandson has now survived cancer with wonderful support from this church and a great attitude on his part. I've had a wife who's loved me for 60 years in our marriage, and 2 loving daughters and their families, and so many gifts that I've received that I didn't deserve. You may wonder why I'm wearing this t-shirt. For those of you who grew up in the 80s, which I don't know if there are many of you here today, you may think that I appreciate the songs and the culture of the 80s, and so I'm with it. But actually, the reason I like this t-shirt is that I am the only male in my family tree to reach the 80s. So another thing to be grateful for is extra years to be with my family and see our grandchildren grow up even farther and build a relationship with them. I was asked if I would give a message about stewardship, which I was glad to do. All of us who are here today, I'm sure pretty much all of us, have been involved in boards of community nonprofits. And when we approach stewardship at the church, we tend to bring our fundraising skills and background to the church. But it's been said that the difference between raising money for a nonprofit and Christian stewardship is as different as a bicycle is from an 18-wheeler on the highway. They both provide transportation, but they're not interchangeable. A nonprofit raises dollars for worthy causes, but often with dues-paying, or a dues-paying syndrome anyway, and sometimes with negative feelings toward some of the items that are in the budget. DCPC is not the United Way. It's not the American Red Cross. When we make a financial commitment to our church, that is a spiritual growth experience. It's a worship experience, and we're trying to discern what God wants for us to do. And hopefully that results in our giving to the church, pledging or committing to the church in a way that we feel we are blessed. It's my feeling that the theme that the Stewardship Committee has set for this year's stewardship time, grace and gratitude, is a perfect description of what Christian stewardship is about. Thank you.